I tried the worst curly hair routine on the internet and loved it. But the longevity? Ugh. Let's tweak it a little bit to see if we can improve the longevity or just make it all worse. A couple of months ago, I recreated Anna Primavera's worst curly hair routine on the internet, on Instagram Reels and TikTok. If you are not following me there, what are you waiting for? She called it
the worst curly wavy hair routine on the internet.
It is quite a, dare I say it, old-fashioned routine. I'm sorry if you can hear my kids screaming in the background. It is summer break and there is no way I can keep them quiet. With her routine, my hair wasn't super defined, but it had such a carefree vibe and it had enough definition and volume to get heads turning, and the compliments fly in my way. But most importantly, I loved it. It's such an easy and low effort routine, and I personally love that. I love easy, I love quick, I love carefree, I love curls in which you are in and out and still look fabulous. The sad part, it is that my hair really looked really nicely day 1 and 2, and by day 3 they really needed major refreshing. And refreshing your hair is not an issue, it's not a bother, but I prefer curly hair routines that last a bit longer. So I want to recreate this and see if we can tweak it. The first thing she says she does is that she detangles her hair dry before jumping into the shower. But I like to start by saying that she has wavy hair and that hair texture would be much safer to detangle dry than my hair would. So I went ahead and detangled my hair in the shower with conditioner on. So unless you have wavy hair, I recommend that you follow my lead, or that you pre-detangle your hair with some oil on it. I do have a video where I talk about pre-detangling your hair before the shower, which I'm going to link for you to watch after this one. The kicker is that this is the very last time that we are brushing our hair. She doesn't brush her hair anymore, so I brushed my hair in the shower and that's it. Now we are going to be working with what we have. Even when I don't brush style my hair, I still like to brush in my leave-in conditioner or my curl cream so that it's evenly distributed all over my hair. But we are following instructions and there is no more brushing. But oh wait, I forgot to tell you, there is no leave-in conditioner, no curl cream in this routine. Certainly, this is one of the best ways to achieve volume, is to not put anything on your hair that's going to weigh your hair down. But leave-in conditioner is actually really good for your hair because it has ingredients that help you retain moisture so that your hair is conditioned throughout the week or for however long you spend before re-washing your hair. Curl creams are very, very heavy, and to be fair, most curl creams are just glorified leave-in conditioners. Some of them are really good for curls because they have a little bit of hold, but generally you don't need both. You can do one or the other. I'm going to apply some leave-in conditioner this time round. I'm going to apply something really lightweight, the Leave-In Proof Restore Perfecting Spray, and I am just going to go with a very small amount of it. I just want this to add that conditioner to my hair so that my hair is moisturized and feels nice and balanced throughout the week. It also has heat protection. That's all the priming we are going to do. Now let's go into styling products. She starts her routine with mousse, and the foam that she uses is the Resus Curls Mousse, but that's not a brand that is widely available in France. I don't think it's widely available in most of Europe. I am going to use something that it is easier for me to get, and the same mousse that I used last time, Mousse Def by The Do. Have you tried that Resus Curl foam? I would love to know, like, an honest opinion of whether it's good or not. I have seen a lot of people loving it. She uses just 4 pumps for her whole head of hair, but those 4 pumps were not enough for my hair, especially because she doesn't part her hair in any way, shape or form, which meant that I had products on the top layer of my hair and on the bottom layer of my hair and a little bit on the sides, and that's it. The middle of my hair had really nothing on, and of course that's one of the main reasons why it had such a beautiful volume, but it's also one of the reasons why the longevity wasn't there. So I am going to part my hair horizontally in 2, and without smoothing too much, without brushing, I'm going to apply 2 pumps in the middle so that there is something there holding the middle of my hair. So I am gently, without being particularly neat about it because I don't want to disturb the natural way my hair is sitting right now. I'm going to get 2 pumps of this, really get it to cover my whole palms, and I'm going to very gently, without disturbing, without smoothing too much, I am going to just do that and hope that the middle section of my hair, that little extra help it needs that it didn't have last time. So now I am gonna go with those original 4 pumps. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. So as I said, she doesn't section her hair and she flips her whole hair upside down. So that's what we're going to do.
1,000,000 zillion jillion dillion cotillion times later.
And then she goes in with the tiniest, most criminal amount of gel ever. And she uses the Kinky curling custard, which is something that I can't find here. And she really just dips her fingers into it and then apply it just like we applied the gel. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And it's just really, it's criminal. I really went to town with that scrunching because I want to enhance as much curling as I can. And this is how it's looking right now. It looks quite stringy, but obviously it's like the products are not distributed at all. But let's trust the process. She then applies a heat protectant. She sprays a little bit on her hands, rubs it and puts it all over her hair. The amount that she puts on, it is definitely not enough to protect pretty much anyone's head of hair, but we are following instruction and that's what we're going to do. I don't have the redken one that she has, but I have this Miracle Shield by Curlsmith. Just do a few sprays and apply all over. And this routine is done, as I said, quick and easy. And now we're going to diffuse. I would generally hover diffuse for about 5 minutes to create a gel cast. And after a gel cast has formed, I would then get my diffuser closer to my strands, and I would eventually, if I want volume, I will cup my hair with my diffuser. If I want a lot of volume, I will flip my hair upside down and then cup it at the very end of my routine, just like this. But we are not doing that today. Of course we are not. We are just doing the opposite. We are going straight into cupping, which is a very 90s way of diffusing curly hair. Then when the hair is diffused about 60% or just halfway there, she goes in with more gel. And this is actually a technique called this master's technique. And although it is not very popular, it still is a really good technique to have in your arsenal, because applying gel mid through the drying process can potentially tame more frizz and give you a little bit extra definition. So we're gonna go just a little bit more generous. You're really using a really small amount of product, so you really want your whole palm to be covered on it so that you distribute it to as more hair as possible. And then she goes back in, again with a small amount. She really flips her hair nonchalantly. Going to go for the other side. I'm going to give you a close-up as usual. You can see they are very carefree, very 90s curls, but we still need to finish the diffusing process. And here are the final results. It's messy, it's voluminous, but it's really carefree. And as I said, it has this kind of 90s vibe. I'm going to give you a little close-up. I don't really have a gel cast. There are a few strands of hair that obviously received more products than others. That's one of the things that brushing your products do for you, that it distributes it more evenly. However, I'm going to seal my ends with a hair serum. I'm gonna go for the Moroccan oil original treatment. And just because I have very little product and I don't want to make my hair overly soft, I'm gonna go for just the one pump. Like I said, I want to really seal my ends, so I am putting all my focus there, and I am doing the same on the other side, just the one pump. I'm sitting down again, and I have a middle part to avoid this Lulu Mafalda look. I am going to wear my hair with a side parting. If you are younger than me, maybe the middle parting doesn't bother you at all. But I'm in my 40s, and the middle parting is not my cup of tea, but you do you. Let's see if the little modifications that we made make it so that I still have a beautiful day 3. I think I actually prefer my hair like this than overly defined. I think what I really wished is that I had like crazy amounts of hair so that I could have like defined to a T curls that still looked huge. But I am grateful to the universe for the amount of hair that I have. Wow, why do we always want more of something? But I am grateful for my hair. I will definitely see you tomorrow for our day 2 check-in. Let me know in the comments what you think so far, if you need more control on your hair, and if this level of carefreeness is a nightmare for you, or if you actually also like this carefree 90s look. I've said carefree and 90s like a million times. I will see you tomorrow. Welcome to day 2. The hair is looking really, really pretty. The volume and the frizz are a bit more controlled because I used a leave-in conditioner and because I put that extra foam in the middle of my hair, and it's definitely helping with the longevity of it. I know it's only day 2, but I can see that this is going to be okay tomorrow. One of the things that is giving me the most volume is the fact that there is not much product at the roots, and that is a textbook trick for getting volume. It's just to leave your roots quite untouched. I can see why she called it the worst curly hair routine on the internet. First, I imagine that she wants that shock wow factor to be able to get engagement on her TikToks, but there is also the fact that goes against everything that influencers really brag about and preach about. This is a very timeless routine and quick and easy. Let me know if you will be trying this routine for yourself. Give me a like if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you share my channel with a friend so we can reach even more people together. Having said all that, thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely see you on my next one. Bye bye guys.